You're listening to a News OK podcast.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the News OK Comics Podcast, hosted at Planet46.com. I'm Matt Price. I'm here with Kyle Roberts. Kyle, what do we got going on today?
We got a pretty good show. You got an interview with Felicia Day.
Yes.
From the Guild.
The awesome Felicia Day of the Guild. Also of Dr. Horrible Sing-Along blog. That'll be coming up later in the show. And then also some stuff about Siegel & Schuster's secret superhero you may never have heard of. And
some more Captain America movie news.
That's right,
Let's
man.
get to it.
Let's get to it. Okay, first off, the Guild. You know the Guild from the popular web show that you can see at watchtheguild.com. These group of gamers. We find out kind of their secret origin in the comic book series, The Guild. Third issue out in stores now. Issue number 1 out on your iPhone and also at comic book stores. The third season also out on DVD this week.
If you haven't seen that show, it's pretty funny. It's kind of a scripted vlog type show, and it's funny because they're so nerdy. I mean,
yeah,
we have no room to talk, but they're just such
right in with
total nerds. It's great. It's great.
And it's I think it's a lot better written than people might think. Oh, it's a web series about gamers, but it's really hilarious. It works on a lot of different levels. Felicia Day talked to me about the comic having a little more dramatic take on who these characters are and how that played into Vork, the leader of the Guild, how it played into his storyline in season 3. So let's hear from Felicia Day.
You know, if you've read the comic, you know that the comic, especially the way it started, is a lot more dramatic than some people actually expected. Because to me, these characters do come from a place of loneliness, and that's why they're together. So there is a hint of reality and a little bit of sadness in everybody. Maybe that subtext comes through. And Vork is such a weird character to play with, so making him really kind of a tormented intellectual was kind of funny.
Some Captain America movie news. Dominic Cooper tells Salon.com that he's going to play the younger version of Tony Stark's father, Howard Stark.
Right.
And, this epic World War II journey.
Yeah, Captain America, First Avenger. He's going to join Chris Evans, who's playing Steve Rogers, and he will play Howard Stark. We also just heard, we don't know what part he's playing, but Tommy Lee Jones.
Who knew? Who
joining the cast. So, pretty big cast, really. Hugo Weaving is Red Skull, Sebastian Stan is Bucky Barnes.
Chris Evans.
Yeah, all this coming together. So, could be interesting, could be good. Also, something else we can talk about this week. This is a book coming out in July. Jerry Siegel, Joe Shuster, you know them as the creators of Superman. What you might not know is in the mid-40s, they created a character called Funny Man. This is after they had sued DC for the rights to Superman. That didn't work out. They went over to Magazine Enterprises and created this character, Funny Man. He was a slapstick superhero, resembled Danny Kaye. You can check out this book called Siegel and Shuster's Funny Man, the first Jewish superhero from the creators of Superman. It's by authors Thomas Andre and Mel Gordon, and that will be coming out in July.
Sweet. And then we have a Karate Kid contest.
That's right.
Go to Planet46.com.
Absolutely.
Submit your best karate pose. Maybe the
crane kick,
crouching tiger, hidden dragon, whatever you want to do.
Your best karate photo, and we will be judging those. The feature staff and the Planet 46 contributors will be judging those photos. You could win passes to the Oklahoma City premiere of the movie. You could win some Karate Kid merchandise. So get in there and submit those photos over the next week and see what you could win.
Sweet. Let's dig in the review file.
Indeed, let's do it.
X-Force, Second Coming.
Yeah, this is part 9 of the story, number 27 of X-Force. Craig Kyle, Chris Yost, Ryan Choi is the artist.
And this is just the continuation, chapter 9 of Second Coming, where Hope is born, and she's kind of the future of what all mankind is looking for, and mutant kind alike. And the last chapter, chapter 8, ended with this huge red blob just hovering over San Francisco and a lot further. And then there's just this sphere in the middle. They didn't know what it was. Turns out it kills people, and it's from a different time portal.
Bad to worse.
So, and actually, the whole first half of this comic is kind of cool. There's no words at all, which I like. No, it's just a ton of action. I almost thought it'd be cool if there's some kind of song or something. You press a button in the background, and just as you're flipping through this beginning part, some kind of real adventurous, crazy song is going on.
You're trying to give me sing the country hits. There's a big red blob over San Francisco.
There you go.
That's real.
It's high action packed, and I'm waiting to see what happens next.
All right, X-Force. And then let's jump into the IDW's world here. Steve Niles and Ashley Wood working with Fiona Staples. A new series called Mystery Society. This is kind of X-Files meets The Thin Man a little bit. Nick Mystery and his wife Anastasia have this sort of paranormal investigation crew, and it's a lot of fun. It's kind of a fun, lighthearted, witty storyline with a lot of action and supernatural menace. So if you haven't, if you're looking for something new, a little bit off the beaten path, go look up Mystery Society. And then the final issue of War of the Supermen. We've been talking about this every week as it comes out. James Robinson, Sterling Gates, host of artists on this last one, including Eddie Barrows. This wraps up the war. And I got to tell you, I thought this was fantastic. I think you're going to get some mixed reviews because some people are going to maybe be frustrated with the fact that of what all has happened, because obviously, New Krypton is coming to a close. If you didn't want that storyline to come to a close, you might be frustrated by that. But this is the finale of it, and I think if you're going to wrap up that storyline, this was fantastic. Among the best Superman issues I've read in the recent past. I thought it was emotionally satisfying, worked on a number of different levels. A great conclusion to what's been a fantastic series.
Cool.
And then also just some other highlights. Secret Avengers. Steve Rogers gets his team of kind of... Secret Avengers. Including Moon Knight, Nova, Beast, to kind of take care of some of these high-octane spy-type activities. Although it was a lot of fun. I think Steve Rogers as a sort of spy master is kind of a neat idea for a series. And then Return of Bruce Wayne. Now Bruce Wayne's a pilgrim, and he's just time-traveling through time. You know how that goes. Also pretty good. This was a Fraser Irving doing their art on that one. So a big week, really, all things considered. I'm going to say my pick is Superman out of those, however, because I just thought it was a fantastic conclusion.
I'll just have to go with Second Coming, chapter 9.
All right, very good. So a big week. Feel free to watch the Guild, read the Guild comic, check out this big week of comics, and we'll be back next week with more movie and comic news. So for Kyle Roberts, I'm Matt Price. Thanks for watching. All right. We get in there, we get in, we got out.
Good enough.